am watching so many of these NBA players lose it in the bubble in Orlando. They're complaining about everything. They're claiming they're in a Motel 6. They're claiming the food is trash. All that. I'm like, yo, is it really that bad? Like, yo, some of you athletes, I thought y'all come from nothing. I thought y'all come from humble beginnings. Like, are y'all still in y'all 20s for the most part? Are y'all that far removed from reality? And then I realized a lot of these dudes don't come from some of the places that I come from. I get it. It's a different day. The NBA is no longer compromised of guys with the from nothing to something come up stories. Let's call a spade a spade. These are a lot of upper middle class kids who have financial resources to learn the game of basketball, go to private schools, and make it to the next level. I'm not saying everybody fits into this category. I'm saying most do. Obviously, there are your Patrick Beverley stories. But for the most part, there's the Ben Simmons stories around the NBA, the Devin Booker stories around. A lot of these dudes don't have them humble beginnings that we're used to seeing. And it's so obvious and so blatant in this bubble. Dudes complaining about everything. It got me to thinking, because one athlete who did not complain was the second overall pick in last year's draft. That will be the Memphis Grizzlies starting point guard, Ja Morant. He said everything's good to him. He said he don't need no silver spoon in his mouth. Food's good. Whatever is going on in Orlando in the bubble, for him, it's fine. And I've seen pictures and videos of this lounge that the NBA has hooked these players up with to try to keep the Rona away from them. And it looks fine to me. And it got me to thinking, like, you know, why is Ja Morant not the focal point of the NBA? Right? Why are we not pushing this young star? You know, I'm from Memphis, so I am privileged to some information about Ja Morant, and I have been able to see him hoop around. He has literally, you know, over the last few weeks, knowing that the NBA was about to restart, he was literally in Memphis gyms all around the city, practicing, working on his game, hooping with some other up-and-coming Memphis basketball players, looking for a shot basketball players, and Ja's just hooping with him. He comes from Murray State, humble beginnings, didn't have much, guy already got a little one. You know, I like the story of Ja Morant. But the NBA is too focused on pushing the Zion Williamson story on us. And I'm not mad at Zion. The kid seems to be a hard worker. I think Zion's going to be incredible. Look, he was already averaging, 20 and 8 since he, made his NBA debut. But he's only been around for, 10, 15 games. I'm looking at a guy in Ja Morant. That dude has been healthy the entire season. Should be the rookie of the year unless they try to do this last-minute screw job to Ja. Right? Like, he's got literally, the NBA keeps trying to focus on Zion Williamson when literally right above him in every possible way is Ja Morant. The 8th seed in the Western Conference of the playoffs is not the New Orleans Pelicans. It's Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. And if you're telling me if Zion were healthy the entire season, the Pelicans would easily be the 8th spot, I'll tell you, you may be right, but we don't know because health is a part of the game. Looking at the next-gen cover for NBA 2K21 that's coming out this fall, look who gets a cover. Only played 15 games and already announced as the cover athlete. Team not even in the playoffs right now. Likely won't make the playoffs. Zion Williamson is already the cover athlete of NBA 2K. Yo, I was reading something. LeBron didn't get the cover athlete until he was like 7, 8, 9 years in. Zion gets it as a 15-game playing rookie. His team likely won't make the playoffs. He gets the cover athlete as the 2K series moves to the PlayStation 5. You give it to Zion? Oh, man. And Ja Morant is right there. Done all the right things. Literally, it could be a Zion and Ja push. But I'm looking at it as like the NBA wants to push Zion and doesn't want to push Ja. Like, to push Zion, it's like they got to knock Ja and anybody else under him. Like, why can't it be a two-headed push? Why can't we push Ja and Zion and Ja? Y'all let me know if you're feeling where I'm coming from. Do you guys believe the NBA is too centric and too focused on forcing Zion Williamson on us, and they are missing what the special talent they got in Ja Morant? I mean, if you look at all statistical categories, Ja's right there with Zion's except for rebounds. I mean, Ja is a better scorer than Zion in my estimations. I'll give you Zion impacts the game more defensively, but Ja is a better scorer. This dude can facilitate. And in regards to high-profile dunks, I know Zion's a beast at the rim, but Ja's right there. And his dunks look absolutely gorgeous because he's shorter. I'm just saying, Ja's right there with Zion athletically. I know Zion's lost some weight, but Ja's right there athletically. We can push both. The NBA was ready to push Derrick Rose and Michael Beasley about 10 years ago. How come they can't push Zion and Ja right now? Ja is actually better than Michael Beasley, what Michael Beasley was. Already. I'm out.